Hi, this is Sylvia Morton, and this month again I'm coming to you for Saboba Tribal Channel, bringing the YouTube channels for Saboba. And this month we're going to be having a Tic Tac Toe burlap bag do-it-yourself kit. So this is a picture of what you're going to be doing. Basically it's just burlap bag, and you're going to be sewing it together, and then you're going to be putting lines on it to resemble the game so you can play the game. You have pebble stones, and then you're gonna paint your pebble stones however you want. You can paint them Minnie, Mickey, Batman, superheroes, or just plain and simple. It doesn't matter. It just depends on how much you get into it. So this is our first project, and what you're gonna do is you just start off with a burlap bag. I cut it and I sewed it around the edge, and I also glued it to keep it from fraying. So all you're going to do is you're going to get the long end, and you're going to make a thick band right here, and you're going to sew along this band, and I'll provide you the thread and the needle. Sew along the band, and once you have that done, you're going to get it and you're going to put it together. And then you're going to sew down this side to close that up. And you're going to close the bottom up, even the top. And the top has got that thick. This is what your string, your drawstring is going to go through. Plus it helps make it look neater. So it's just a square, two sides that you sew, and then the top. And you're going to get it and turn it inside out, like we did here. Got it, flip it inside out. You get your ruler and draw your lines on it, just like what you see right here. You can put your name on it, or you can put Tic Tac Toe, or you can end up playing, it doesn't matter. So you let that dry real good. Use permanent marker. I have a permanent marker for somewhere. Anyway, setting that aside, you're going to get your pebble rocks, and you'll just get them, and there'll be 9 pebble rocks. So you're going to paint them half and half. Medium one's going to be left over, and you can just leave that one like a solid color. Usually that's the one that goes in the middle, because it can help finish out your game either diagonally or straight up and down. Here's your paints. You'll be getting paints. And then if you want to, you can even shellac, or they have at the 99-cent store, they also have paint like this. It's a clear gloss, or you can do that. That's what I did to these. It has a little shiny look on it. To put your drawstring in, all I did was get my thread. It's twine actually. I crocheted mine, but not everybody has a crochet hook. So all you're going to do is just get it and make your little loop like that. Can you see it from? And then you're going to get that and put that inside of the hoop and pull it. Bring it down to back to a little loop and put it through here again. And bring it back down to the little hoop. Put it back in through there again. So you're going to continue all the way through until you have a thick little rope. Instead of just a string, you have a little rope. You don't have to punch any holes in this because of the burlap. You can squeeze your needle through that you'll be provided with, and all you do is you squeeze your needle through and put it in between the flap here, and you just run it through all the way around with the needle that's on the you thread it through the needle and bring it through one end and out the other, and that makes your little drawstring. So it's a really, really simple task. So when you get ready to go somewhere, you don't need any batteries or you don't need anything electronic. If you want to just have a simple little game and pull out, you have Tic Tac Toe game. So that's the first project for the month. So just play around with it and make it your own, design it, and once you get it all done, make sure that you take a picture of it and message it to me so I can see the end product. Have fun. Thank you. Hi there, this is Sylvia Morton again, coming to you with Sylvia with Tribal Channel YouTube channel. Putting out projects for you, keeping you busy. The next one that we're doing is really a variation of Dreamcatcher. We make a lot of Dreamcatchers, but you can do the standard native Dreamcatcher, or you can branch out and make your own creations. So what I did this month was using non-traditional native to make this. So I just went to the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store and bought all the stuff and the ribbon. This is a little doily. This little thing in here is a little doily. And they even put in the Sylvia Tribal Channel emblem right here. So it's very basic. All it is a glue gun, needle and thread, your wire hoop, and your doily. So let's get started. So for this one right here, you're going to be getting a lot of string because you don't want to be putting it on the bare metal. It makes it cold and hard and it's not very appealing unless you were doing something like silver. So you're going to be getting your string, and this takes time. You're going to go ahead and get your string and put a tiny little knot right here, but tighten up so that it doesn't come undone. And then come the task of winding it. And this usually takes a good hour just to wind it really tight on there. And as you go, you can dab a little piece, a little bit of Elmer's glue to help hold it, because if not, it'll come undone, and all that work will just that quickly be undone. So what you want to do is you want to cover it so you don't see the wire, and you'll have, look like that. Once you get that done, even though you're going to cover it in a doily, you still don't want that wire showing through. So once you get that done, you get your doily, and then you put it on here, and this is really easy to do. I'm fumbling because usually you lay it on a table, but you just get it and you're going to sew it on here. But when you sew it on there, you do it nice and tight. You make sure that the flower's in the middle, and then you sew it close to the wire so that you trim all that extra off of there to keep it nice. Even though nobody sees the back, you don't want it to be all overlapped too much. So once you get all that done, sewn on there, and you trim the back of it, and all you're going to do is get your ribbon, and you're going to get your ribbon in assorted colors. You can pick if you want a certain tones that you want to go with, or you want to have, like I put a lot of different colors. All you're going to do is get it, and put it on there and tie it at the base. One knot, two knot to hold it there. Simple as that. And you have your feathers that you're going to hot glue on them. But when you hot glue on your ribbon, you want it to look nice and neat. So when you hot glue it, you can just get it and fold it in half like that. Because if you do all that winding and everything, it gets all lumpy after a while, and it gets kind of not too neat. So when you're done, you should have a full Dreamcatcher. Okay. So don't be scared. These are all really, really basic projects, easy to do. If you have a question, You can call me, you can YouTube it, or you can email me. You can FaceTime me. I'm available. And I'll be happy to help you through or answer any questions that you have. Have a lot of fun. Don't forget to take your picture and send me a message of your end product. Thank you. This is Sylvia Morton. I'm coming to you for Suburban Tribal Talent, bringing a YouTube channel for our craft section. Today we're going to bring the Tree of Life pendant. Although this is not a small one, this is bigger for the purposes of teaching. So all you have to have, and I will provide everything for you, is a metal loop and some wire. So I cut my wire. I won't give you measurements because this is way bigger than you're going to get because yours is a pendant. But I cut my wire and then I simply pull it in half, twist it in half, and twist it around the wire twice. So once I have a good number of them, you don't even have to count. All you're making is a tree trunk right here. Once you have that all done, then you're just going to get it. And you're going to actually twist a trunk in here. So the more you twist, and don't worry about the shape of it now because you'll go back and you'll shape it, make your tree trunk shape later. So once you get all that done, you're going to spread it out. And usually I do it in groups of 2, like a branch. So now you're going to work, everything that you do is going to be close to the ring. You're not going to have any arms hanging way out. Everything's close to the ring. So then you get your little beads, and I have little leaves for you. And you're going to, you can even make a different, like some twist down here too. It doesn't have to start off being, there you go. So now, you're just going to get your little beads, bead them on. I'm using 2 just for the purposes of getting it done quickly. And you can twist it any way you want, it doesn't matter. And then you continue to put beads all along there because what this is representing is your either your cherries or your apples or your leaves. And just fill that up. So now that I got that done, just wrap around there once. And that one's done. And I'll even bring it down a little bit further. Okay. And then you just continue to do that by 2s. So when you're making your own at home, you have to make sure that your wire will fit through the hole of the bead. So when you're purchasing your supplies, keep that in mind because you don't want to get something that you have all your stuff at home and you're ready to do your project and then it doesn't go in the wire. It's going to kind of look really funky in the beginning until you get it all together and you move everything around. You can do this anywhere. You can be sitting somewhere at a park, and it's little teeny supplies that you have with you, so it's real easy. The branches have to be 2 branches close together though. You can't have them that are far apart. So make sure that you move them around so that they kind of line up together. Okay, so this is kind of sort of what it will be like. Of course, when it's made as a pendant, it's really pretty, really delicate looking. You can wear it as a pendant or wear it as a necklace. I did it like this just for teaching purposes. It's a big pony beads, and but it'll be a smaller version what you do. So they're called Tree of Life. You use different kind of beads. I have some cut glass raw edges, actually all different shapes. They look like leaves, and I also use little crystals and pinks and whites, and I usually use like see-through colors because it looks pretty in the light, but you can do whatever you want. You can go solid colors, or you can make it all green like leaves and then put red in it for like apples. I've seen that done too. So once you got your base in there, you can just twist it up and form a trunk however you want to. You can go on YouTube and you'll see all the many versions, and they'll give you good ideas of what you can do. So that is the last project of the month. So after you finish yours, go ahead and take a picture of it and message it to me so I can see what you're doing. Contact me if you need any help, and I hope you guys have fun. Until next time, thank you. Be careful, be safe.